Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying the left side. Nice move to pick up yardage. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery, and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch was called for, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to sort it out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. The give out of the gun. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's a first down for the offense.
And now on 1st down after converting with the run. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
The big fullback's got it. Running with power.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wide receiver shows motion. He's flying by and gets it on the jet sweep. Can anyone catch him? They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Defenses have got to play with great eye discipline, especially when you're facing teams that will run the jet sweep. You've got to be able to locate the football extremely quickly, and defense did not do a good job of it that time.
The Nittany Lions are threatening on 1st and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Run it with the fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 7, LSU 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. the RPO, fire complete to the left. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running this.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. They're working that left side. And tackled there by the defense.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Caught behind the line. It's Balkinson. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Hey, man, this fullback is a weapon. Nice job catching the football and then turning upfield to go pick up that 1st down.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Balkinson. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They didn't get a whole lot of yardage there, but the big fullback slammed his way and got what he could.
Hey, listen, that's what you're supposed to do, catch the football. I'm not expecting that guy to catch the ball and make big plays after he catches it, but catch it, give me some positive yards, mission accomplished.
On 3rd down, going up top. Got his man quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What did you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Looking to throw for it. He's got his man, makes the grab. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you try to put something up on the scoreboard, and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping it.
On the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
29 Philly.
The give to the tailback. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away.
Number 60 in punt formation to kick it away.
Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line.
Offense will take over first and 10.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
He was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for him.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Fires left. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And here comes the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On his way back from the 20. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Handoff to the single back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Running behind that left side.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. Fighting off the defender. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
On the play. He's now 2nd and goal.
These red zone trips, red has meant stopped. They've got nothing in 3 previous tries. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Trying to bully their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 3rd and goal. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Penn State 7, LSU 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Deflected at the goal line.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights, it's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Hawaii. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like, oh, look out, there he goes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. On the option. Now the toss. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late.
And the ball is loose on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That return is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Dumps it off in the flats. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the...
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Well, what a play by the defense. They're trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession, able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks. And they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Defensively, the clock late in the game, when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the pass, you keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to let him throw the football, get him on the ground, let that clock tick.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to him on the ground. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Trying to slam in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
They'll run play action. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Nittany Lions inside the final minute, trying to drain the clock. The option look. Quick toss. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. At midfield, he's got room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other.